The book The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel, is quite different from other books on finance. The book invites readers to engage in self-reflection and gain a deeper understanding of themselves, rather than concentrating on how to buy stocks or implement financial plans. When Housel writes, he writes about issues that resonate with him and his own experiences, which results in a writing style that is both personal and relatable. By doing so, he intends to pique the interest of readers and encourage them to engage in more in-depth contemplation regarding their relationship with money and the things that they actually desire out of life. A journey toward a more meaningful knowledge of money is a trip that begins with the final page of the book, which serves as a starting point for self-reflection and a journey toward understanding wealth. The path to wealth, saving and accumulating. It is not the amount of money you spend that determines your wealth. Rather, it is the amount of money you save and keep. Morgan Housel makes a distinction between being wealthy and being rich. Richness refers to having sufficient funds to meet expenses and treat oneself to certain indulgences. Wealthiness, on the other hand, refers to having money saved rather than being spent. Wealth enables individuals to achieve independence and autonomy, which in turn grants them the liberty to live their life in accordance with their own desires. To have a cushion of funds that gives security and the ability to retire or pursue passions on one's own terms is the objective, not to amass material items or to live a lavish lifestyle. The goal is to have a cushion of savings. A good example is provided by Housel's father, who, while earning a respectable salary as a physician, managed to live a frugal lifestyle and put money aside. With this frame of mind, he was able to retire earlier than expected when he had reached his limit in a career that was both physically and emotionally taxing. The takeaway is that true prosperity is achieved via the attainment of financial stability, freedom, and mental tranquility. The power of independence and control. When it comes to happiness and overall well-being, having independence and control over your own schedule are two of the most important factors. Having the freedom to make your own decisions and pursue the things that you are passionate about is more important than having a lot of material belongings or a lot of money. A significant number of individuals who have achieved success in their careers discover that they are obligated to adhere to a demanding schedule, which can result in feelings of stress and dissatisfaction. Those persons, on the other hand, who prioritize their autonomy and prioritize their time, even if they make less money, typically report higher levels of happiness and contentment. We can understand that true success resides in having the power to select how we spend our time and how we live our lives by looking at personalities like Warren Buffett, who place a high value on autonomy and effectively delegated responsibilities. Finding true happiness beyond wealth. It is not true that wealth and money can ensure happiness. Many people are under the mistaken impression that if they achieve a particular degree of financial success, all of their issues would vanish, and they will finally be pleased with their lives. According to studies, however, the goalposts of success and happiness continue to shift as a result of the fact that individuals compare themselves to others and society as a whole becomes more prosperous. There is a possibility that even billionaires may find themselves always demanding more. The hedonic treadmill is the name given to this particular phenomenon. As a result of the fact that people no longer appreciate the marvels and conveniences that they have, technological improvements and access to a wide variety of resources have become the new standard. At the end of the day, genuine happiness is not simply based on financial success. Rather, it is a result of discovering contentment and gratitude in the here and now. Managing expectations for lasting happiness. It is essential for long-term enjoyment that we learn to manage our expectations. The idea that happiness is the result of achieving one's goals and being successful may appear to be paradoxical to many of us. On the other hand, if we keep our expectations low, we can appreciate and find satisfaction in the more straightforward things. As an illustration of this, consider the case of Stephen Hawking, who, while having to contend with severe physical restrictions, has expressed contentment and thankfulness because his expectations were lowered to zero at an early age. Even when they appear to have everything, we frequently discover that those individuals are nevertheless dissatisfied since their expectations continue to grow. In contrast, people who have lower expectations are able to achieve contentment, even when they have fewer resources available to them. Having an understanding of this dynamic gives us the ability to concentrate on what is genuinely important and to discover enjoyment in the experiences that we have on a daily basis, rather than pursuing objectives that are unrealistic and continually comparing ourselves to others. Breaking free from the need to impress others. Having a strong desire to please other people can be a significant barrier to achieving financial success and general pleasure. The idea that we are continuously seeking attention and validation from other people is one that is frequently encouraged by society. Nevertheless, this thinking can lead to a never-ending cycle of attempting to show off and earn favor from others. However, after we have reached a point in our lives where we have established careers and relationships, continuing to prioritize the drive to impress others becomes damaging to our well-being. When we concentrate on the few people who are actually important to us and who we want to love us, such as our parents, spouse, and children, we are able to achieve true success and pleasure. We are able to establish connections that are more profound and satisfying if we let go of the need for external affirmation and instead shift our emphasis to serving others without expecting anything in return. To add insult to injury, gaining an awareness of and treating our toxic need for validation might assist us in breaking free from destructive behaviors, such as gambling, that are the result of our want for rapid pleasure. In the end, we can discover a better sense of joy and fulfillment in our lives if we adopt a more authentic and altruistic attitude to managing our lives. The impact of desire and hope on spending habits. It is possible for our spending habits to be impacted by our need for optimism and pleasure, as well as our need to be respected and admired by others. We may be more irresponsible with our money when we have less of it, because we feel the need to garner respect and adoration through our worldly goods. This is because we lack the financial resources to do so. On the other hand, as we achieve greater success and earn respect in other aspects of our lives, our desire to flaunt our accomplishments naturally decreases. On the other side, for individuals who are employed in low-income occupations or who are experiencing financial difficulties, purchasing lottery tickets or indulging in little pleasures, like as cigarettes and alcohol, may provide a glimpse of hope and joy in a life that is otherwise stressful. There are a number of considerations that must be taken into account before pronouncing judgment on the financial choices made by other people. The power of saving for financial independence. When it comes to obtaining financial independence and lowering stress levels in life, saving money is really necessary. The importance of perceiving each dollar of savings as a portion of your future that you own and have control over is emphasized by Morgan Housel. Your route toward financial success may be significantly altered as a result of this transformation in perspective. Gaining independence and the flexibility to pick your desired lifestyle and professional path is more important than getting material items, such as a nicer automobile or a larger house. This is because it is not about acquiring material possessions. Having the ability to save money gives you the opportunity to make decisions without being constrained by financial means, and it also serves as a safety net in the event that anything unexpected occurs. It is necessary to have a solid understanding of the power of saving and compounding returns in order to develop wealth and ensure a secure future. This is true regardless of whether you are currently saving, do not believe you are capable of saving, or do not believe you have a need to save. The power of traumatic events in shaping perspectives. Traumatic experiences can have a significant influence on our attitudes and behaviors. Morgan Housel's risk appetite and perception of money were both influenced by the fact that he was present when two of his buddies were killed in an avalanche while they were skiing outside of their designated area. This occurrence served as a wake-up call and prompted him to reconsider the decisions he had made. In doing so, it brings to light the truth that reaching our lowest point can frequently serve as the impetus for positive transformation in our lives. It is clear that traumatic experiences have the ability to shape our worldview, as seen by Housel's decision to stop engaging in risky activities, and instead place an emphasis on safety and prudence. It serves as a reminder to take stock of difficult times and view them as chances for personal development and transformation. The power of small decisions and unexpected events. Even seemingly trivial choices and occurrences have the potential to have a profound impact on our life. The idea that the world is hanging by a thread is brought to light by the personal experience of Morgan Housel, who nearly avoided a fatal disaster while on a ski trip. Although we frequently concentrate on large choices and make an effort to forecast the future, it is the insignificant and unanticipated events that have the potential to mold our life. Because of this insight, we ought to be more humble in our ability to forecast and predict results, whether it be in the realm of investing, our jobs, or our personal connections with individuals. In the chaos theory, we are unable to fully comprehend how seemingly insignificant occurrences can have significant consequences. As an alternative to attempting to exert control over every facet of our life, we ought to acknowledge the precarious nature of the world and be conscious of the dangers that continue to exist even after we have taken everything into consideration.